Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big Show.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming. Today we're checking out 2 of 2 walkthrough of Level 5 Chemical Crisis for LEGO Batman 2 DC Superheroes. So here we are right where we left off from before. We're going to go ahead and continue to use Robin in his hazard suit. And look at that, we're going to smash that little chemical bin up. Gain all the benefits of all that. And just keep smashing everything. So there is 5 elements of fire that we will need to take out in order to gain a mini kit. And the first one is right back there, you can see. We're going to keep using this hazard suit as much as possible and clear out all of this hazardous material. That actually allows some water to come through so that we can fill up this hazardous suit with water and get rid of all these chemicals and put out the fire. We do get a special appearance from another awesome superhero here in a minute. And I won't ruin it for you. I'll let it be a surprise. But it's a nice surprise. Alright, so now that we've got this area all clean, like I said, we're gonna need to go ahead. We're gonna have to go ahead and get that fire put out. Once we get the fire put out, we can switch Robin into his acrobatic suit. And now that we are awesome and can jump around like Circus du Soleil, we'll go ahead and we'll jump on over here and get those. I do recommend using Robin for that, otherwise you'll plummet to your doom.
One more thing, sir.
Alright, so now that we have the Acrobat suit, we're going to go ahead and place our Acrobat poles and do some twirls. Alright. Obviously, there is a roller ramp right here. We're going to want to use our hamster powers to go ahead and go into hamster ball status. But we will go ahead and smash everything in sight first. Like I said. Studor! Alright, so we are 170k. That's about halfway to where we need to be. A little over, actually. So that's good to know. And smashy, smashy. Alright, so now that everything's smashed, we're going to go ahead and hop on our hamster ball, and we're going to make that bridge go across. It does actually go faster if you push left and actually help guide that bridge from open to close, or close to open. And now that we got Batman across, we can go ahead and flip the first switch. And so there's a kit here in the middle, and I'm not exactly sure. I'm assuming this is a free play item on this last one here because we could not find either of the other two. There's supposed to be 3 presents. So, not sure what's going on there. I assume that's a mini kit. I will have to try to confirm that if anybody is really concerned about it. But again, we do plan on putting out a mini kit video for each level, or at least a plethora of the levels. And we'll have that once we complete the story mode itself. So, as of this video, this will be 1/3 of the way through the story mode. And then we will come back through and try to play through and get all those mini kits. Lots of work ahead of us. This game is fun though, so that always makes it easy. Alright. So you can see some gold there. Gold, I believe, can only be broken by Superman. Being that we have not played all the characters yet, and we don't know all the superpowers, it's hard for me to say that with any, realness, but that's my assumption anyways. So once you climb up there with Robin, smash everything up, you go ahead and build that little hinge for Batman to grab up onto, and then use your superpowers for Batman to smash that, and then climb up the top with Robin again. This time we're going to use a new method. We're going to jump across. Make sure you hit that high right side and get that purple stud. Yeah, hamster ball up the stairs or the ladder. That'll work. Yeah, 3rd time's a charm here, people. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's the game physics or the angle of the game, or if it's my controller. As I've mentioned before, I use FPS Freaks, which are the analog controller extensions, and they snap right onto the top, and I like them for a number of reasons. We won't go into full details right now, but they snap on with these 3 little clamps, and every once in a while those clamps interfere with the actual controller itself. They kind of stick out too far when you move the analog to the extreme. So I sometimes have problems when I try to push high left, that little part blocks me. So I need to figure out a solution for that. I need to shave those back or maybe order a new pair. This one might just be toast. So we are making our progress along here, and we want to make sure that we don't miss anything along the way. So make sure you head back and get all those studs up there. And then be careful climbing down the stairway here because, yeah, not good times. Death. Alright, so can't do anything yet. We do not have Superman. And again, as far as I know, Superman is the only person that can break the gold. But don't hold me accountable for that. Alright, so we're just kind of on a stud horror run, but we got to be careful not to get blasted by the freeze. So we'll go back to Acrobat and smash everything we can see. Alright, once we've got all the studs picked up, we're going to break these two big computer-looking things. And guess what? They give us some parts to build with, which allows us to go back into hamster style. Anybody ever... all this hamster talk. Has anybody ever seen the movie Orgasmo? I know at first thought if you haven't heard of it or seen it, you'd probably think it's like a porno or something. When actually it's a parody of a porno. And it's done by Trey Parker and Matt Stone, which most of you I'm sure are familiar with, are the creators of South Park. As well as Cannibal the Musical and Team America World Police and some other awesome things. So if you haven't seen any of those, I suggest seeing all of them. They're all hilarious, as Matt and Trey are pretty well known for their musical-esque numbers. They're all fun. They're all entertaining, you know. A lot of people hate on musicals and don't really care for Broadway and stuff, but, you know, there's still a lot of talent and a lot of stuff and a lot of fun that can be had while watching and being involved in that stuff. So, highly recommend Orgasmo. And the whole reason I even bring that up and why it's relevant is because in the movie, one of the characters kind of has like this background past, and he doesn't like it. He learned an ancient martial arts, which was hamster style. And his dad, I don't know. You just got to see it. You just got to see it. So, recommendation for Happy Thumbs. As long as you're old enough and your parents won't kill you, go watch Orgasmo. You will not be disappointed. Alright, so we've made our way across here by using this hamster ball and rolling that up and down. We definitely want to roll it all the way to the top so that Batman can go ahead and access that nice purple stud up there. Then here in about, I don't know, a year from now, once we get it figured out, we'll go ahead and get that double jump up there. I found that kind of like Little Big Planet, there's a foreground and a background. There's kind of like, you know, you can be closer or further away on the screen there. And if you were like me, you were on the back side of it and you were more or less under that and couldn't reach that. So you had to pull out a little bit, no homo, and go ahead and grab that pole. See, that just didn't sound right altogether. That's why I just threw that in there. So, alright, so now that we've made our way down, the suit signal's active, we've gone ahead and switched over. We'll go ahead and grab Robin again and make sure that we can get Batman back up top. Now that he's got the electricity suit, he can go ahead and withstand that electricity, flip that switch, and move into the next little area, which then Robin can hop across and follow now. One of these days. Wee, wee, wee! Alright, so now he's got another little area he can throw his pole, and he can do some more jumping to get up top here. And, you guessed it, flip a switch so that Batman can follow. You know, I got to admit, the co-op elements of this game are awesome. I mean, there are times, you know, that you can't really play without your co-op partner, and I love the fact that you can switch back and forth. That's a brilliant idea. Bravo, Lego, bravo. Alright, so here we are, up on the top here. We can definitely see some purple studs and some blue studs. Lots of studdage to be had up there, but definitely not for this playthrough. We're going to have to wait till next time. Use Batman with the electricity suit to flip that switch and bring that little crate closer. Once we do, we can jump onto it. And it cues a cutscene. I love it. It just throws him. Hey, there we go. Just when you think the dynamic duo are done, Superman comes in to save the day. Dun, dun, dun. And of course, as always, Batman's, you know, pretty upset about it. He's definitely got some ego issues with Superman. I don't know if that stands true in the real DC superhero world, but in Lego world it does. Alright, so we're just going to smash everything up. And then we're going to take control of Superman, and we're going to fly about. There are quite a few hidden studs up in the air, and we'll go ahead and get to that in a minute. Now, remember I mentioned there was 5 fires we needed to put out? Well, there's one, another one right there. You can tell the difference between the fires. The fire that almost looks like real fire is usually going to be harmful and hurt you. The fire that looks like something you'd see at a high school play, that's the fire you need to put out. You know, it almost looks like, you know, like some sort of paper blowing with an orange light behind it or something. You know what I mean? That stage fire effect. So I did have some trouble switching to Superman at first. Turns out triangle tags back and forth between the last 2 guys, and the R2 button, which I believe is also the R trigger button for Xbox, is what allowed me to kind of freely switch through all 3 of them. So use the action button to go ahead and use the freeze breath, and you can see there as soon as you fly with Superman, which you do by double tapping X, or I guess A. And once you do that, you will get the Up, Up, and Away trophy. Alright, is that what it is? I think it's the I thought I saw a bird, I thought I saw a plane. You know, I wasn't really paying attention, so my bad. It's a bird, it's a plane. Fly with Superman. So that's pretty much one of those ones that, you know, you can't really miss unless you don't play the game. Alright, so we've used Superman to fly up, bust up some stuff. We went ahead and pulled the switch, which then allowed the free-falling water to go. We're going to go upstairs and blow out this other fire. There we go. We've got 2 of 5 now. We're just going to keep smashing everything we can find. We're getting pretty damn close to that superhero status. So once you smash all those big gold boxes up top, you will activate a signal suit for Batman. Or suit signal. Again, I'm dyslexic at times, so don't mind me. Then you're going to want to use the freeze breath to freeze the waterfall so your friends can climb up it. I guess for Batman, Superman is kind of a foe, eh? Oh, yeah. Alright, so try not to have too much fun just literally flying around doing cookies and stuff with Superman. So once you get Superman, you're going to want to go ahead and fly around for a bit. Get used to that, and you're going to keep mashing everything in sight. Here in a minute, we'll actually make some progress on this right after I fall in with Batman. So you're going to switch suits to Batman so you can get the power suit, and you're going to start blowing stuff up, and then don't follow my footsteps and drown in the orange pond. But then you're going to also want to grab Robin to grab the hazard suit. So basically you need the missile power of Batman to go ahead and open that little area to get to the Robin suit. Then from here, you need to use Robin to squirt the right colors into the right areas. But before we do that, we have to open them up. So you got to go in front here with Superman and use your X-ray vision. And you got to basically move those 3 things into place, which will open up those 3 colored doors right in front of us here. So as long as you don't use the wrong color in the wrong hole, they won't close. So as you can see there, I accidentally used orange in the green hole, and it closed. Now it's an A-hole. So go back over and cue that far left one because that's the one that closed. Up top is the green. Drop down, shoot it in. And then we run up around again and keep going further down the trail, and we'll find the purple mush right around the corner here. It's right below us right now. Now, as I've been mentioning before, Superman is capable of breaking the gold items. So, how you do that is you use your X-ray, or not your X-ray, your heat vision. I can't even talk. You know what I'm talking about. So the heat ray will knock all that stuff out, and then all we have left is the purple. We're gonna run around over here and hop in that purple tub. It's almost kind of hidden behind some of those items, huh? Cha 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 cha. All right, grab all the goodies, fill her up, and then make your way over to the purple hole. All right. So now we've changed the lava into water, and as you may have guessed it, we're going to use Superman to freeze those, which sounds a lot easier than it was for me. I don't know if it's the angles I'm using or what, but there's definitely I'm definitely having some issues freezing some of the waterfalls and such. All right, so still stud horning it up. So yeah, I messed up right there. You can totally use your grapple hook and pull those down. I wasn't aware of what those were at this point. You'd think by level 5 I'd have it figured out, but no such luck. So you can see there, like, I totally got the one, no problem. This other one, I'm like freezing my characters and my friends before I can actually get that frozen. But I get her. Get her done. You want to backtrack and make sure Batman switches suits, and don't jump off to your death. That's just dumb. That's just, again, me and my controller. It's probably user error, but, you know, hey, if I can blame it on something else, you know me, I will point the finger. So, with Batman's electricity suit, you can walk up and go right through there, flip the switch so both of your friends can follow you, and then it's back to stud horning it up, smashing everything. We are so close. We are less than 10,000 studs away right now, and we actually achieved that here in just a second. I'm glad that there's no time factor in this game. A lot of games will have a time issue where you get based off, you know, your points are based off score and time. You know, and I'm glad there's not an issue here because that always requires you to come back and play through. There's no way you can make those speed runs and make the time factor and get all the points and stuff you need to in those two situations. So I'm glad, again, you know, it's just Lego Batman, Lego, you know, Indiana Jones, Lego everything has pretty much done an awesome job of capturing, you know, gameplay at its finest, and also bringing in these elements of these characters and storylines that we're all familiar with. You know, as I'm sure you've heard by now, there's a Lord of the Rings trilogy in the works now too for Lego series, you know, and I've even heard a few rumors of some possible Star Trek. You know, we've seen Star Wars, you know, so it'll be interesting to see what they come up with next. Butcha! Superhero! Alright, so we've got that bar fully charged, and look at that, there's another fire up there. Go ahead and put that out, and guess what? 5 of 5 mini kit. Booyakashow. So, that's one of the 2 mini kits we find in this level. At least on your first playthrough. Again, there's 10 on each level, but not all of them are accessible in your first playthrough. So this part threw me for a loop for about 10 seconds here. As you can see, right up top, there's a gold area. You got to use the, you know, the whatever it is, the heat ray, to go ahead and cut out the outline shape. And once it does, the water falls. And you repeat that on the next one here. And guess what? This one, you actually freeze with Superman so they can climb up it and access that top thing there. Or in my case, you freeze your friends instead of... Alright, so we make our way up here and we flip this switch. And it'll open up this gate. We hop inside the gate. Once all 3 are in, it takes us upstairs. This is the final area here. There are 5 golden, I guess they're air conditioning boxes or tool boxes or something. You can see there's one over here right in front of us. When you break them, it'll give you a 1 of 5. You break them all, and you guessed it, second mini kit. So Batman should still be in his power suit, so he should be able to blast away, but he's not. He's in his electricity suit, and we'll get that power suit back soon enough. So, stud horror up everything, grab the electricity suit, and hop across with Batman. Well, make sure you get all the studs first, duh. And once we go across, we are enlightened with some more destructibles and some more studs. So bust everything in sight, as always. Yay. Oh, watch out for that. Watch out for that puke over there. Alright, so you can see there is another box. Actually, there's 2 boxes. Did I say 5? I think there's only 3. My bad. Trying to do too many things at once. Alright, so we'll go ahead and bust up everything we can see here. And as you might have guessed it, now that we've made our way around here, we're going to go ahead and bring Superman over. Dun, da, 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 da. And he can go ahead and bust those 2 little things on the bottom there for us. And then that allows us to pull a ladder down so we can get the electricity Batman up top. Alright, once he's up there, it flips the switch. It takes the electricity away from, and also gives the... Ooh, look at that. It also gives the... Oh yeah, don't forget about these. I know I mentioned them already, but here we are getting them. There's quite a few of them up in the air. I believe, yeah, there's 2 purple studs up here. So maybe there's 6 or 7 purple studs. That's a lot of points. Fly back on over, and hopefully Batman will follow you on his own. And if he doesn't, then make your way across with Batman. And then... Oh, yeah. There's another gold box up here. It's kind of hard to get to. You have to be Superman, and you have to be flying. But you bust it up, and there's 4 boxes, and you get that mini kit. I think it's 4. It's either 4 or 5. Either way, you see it in the video. You can't miss it as long as you follow our steps. So now we'll walk Batman back across. I think he falls off 6 or 7 times first. Just for good measure. Whee! Again, I'd love to blame the controller, but I'm pretty sure it's user error. Switch back over into the exploder suit, the power suit, and blow up everything silver. It's weird that Batman can blow up silver things and Superman can blow up gold things, but neither of them can blow up both. I'm sure that was designed for gameplay purposes as opposed to awesomeness purposes. Because if Superman can break gold, he should be able to break silver, you know what I'm saying? Alright, bust these 2 things out here. Cues the final cutscene. And we have to sit here and listen to how Superman's awesome. We'll watch Robin totally bob some cock. And then Batman just kind of shrugs it off, like whatever. Quit suckling from Superman's teeth. This is my game. My game. It's not Lego Superman, it's Lego Batman. You know that's going through his head right now. Robin just doesn't care. He's just happy to be involved. Cha 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 cha. Look at him practicing in the background. Showing off for the fire truck driver. You know, I've heard stories about Robin preferring male over female, but that might have just proved it true right there. Oh, yeah. Chemical Crisis. Trophy/achievement complete. That's going to go ahead and wrap up Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes Level 5 Walkthrough Part 2. And Chemical Crisis is the name of that level, in case you missed it the first 7 times. And thanks for tuning in. Feel free to comment, vote, subscribe if you like what we're doing. Get on over to Twitter. Follow us at HappyThumbs. We're on Facebook as well. Facebook.com/HappyThumbsGaming. And as always, it's been a pleasure. Till next time.